Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We are here. How to recognize someone's worth holding on to, or is better to leave them alone? That's the question that came in. We got a whole lot to talk about. Let's just breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Now, I get a lot of questions like this, and this is sexology. Water, fire, hot, cold, yin, yang. Daddy's home, we're back, and we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Is that happening to you right now? Someone wrote in saying they're in a situation where they really love someone, but at the same time something seems to be going quite wrong and they're not sure if they should stay or they should leave. So let me share with you what's helped me along my journey in the past decide whether or not someone's worth holding on to, or it's better to dump them off at the nearest exit. So sorry about that. Hey, no. Listen, these questions are so important. The first question to ask yourself: does this person make me feel better about myself? And the answer is no? Yes? Not sure? Okay. We're getting somewhere. You see, how someone makes you feel about yourself is everything. Many times we are in relationships where people don't really appreciate us, but more so, they don't make us feel good about ourselves. They don't support our mission, our life purpose. They're always nitpicking, always pointing the finger, always trying to bring you down. If that happens, then you gotta really ask yourself, what am I doing here? And if they do make you feel great about yourself, say, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? It's all about how they make you feel. How do you feel when you are in their presence? Ask yourself this question: Has my consciousness grown since I've been around them? If the answer is no, I'm actually a lot worse off, Ralph, then you really want to put a big question mark as to what you're doing in that kind of relationship or situation. Because when we talk of the water relationship, if you are around someone, your awareness should be growing as you are interacting with them more, and therefore you're not going to be the same. You should have changed for the better since you've been around them, not for the worse. That's how to know. Ask yourself this question: are you always, now be honest, looking for that someone in other people? Is that happening to you? You're like, okay, I'm not with them, but I'm always finding myself looking for them in every single person I meet. Now, when this happens, you still have a lot of fond memories of them. You still haven't gotten over them completely, and there still might be something there. You don't want to kid yourself like you don't love them, you don't have feelings for them. You want to be brutally honest and learn to wear your heart on your sleeve. You see, many times we're not afraid to love someone, we're afraid to be hurt by them. Slow motion this side. True love is never afraid of being hurt because it's vulnerable. That's why it is so rare. So if you keep looking for them in other people, chances are you still love them. So communication is the key to a great relationship. It's time to meet them face to face. It's time to talk with them, see if you can work things out. And there probably is a whole lot there that both of you have been kidding yourself by living in your egos that actually, yeah, we do really love each other. And then you just go and have a whole load of babies. Something like that. Ask yourself this question. Do you find yourself thinking of them? Do you find yourself thinking of them when you're not together? Are you always thinking of them when you're like 5,000 miles apart? Then once again, chances are there is still something there. We often forget people who really don't mean much to us, or maybe they do, it's just that they haven't really stolen our heart. Someone who really captivates your heart, you are going to be thinking about them a lot. Sometimes in a quiet moment, sometimes even in a loud moment, sometimes even when you're on the toilet seat. You're going to be thinking of them. Every thought you have of someone, now this is where you want to pay attention to your thoughts. When you think of them, how do you feel? What comes to your mind? Do you see them in a favorable way, or does it make you really queasy when you think of them? When you think of someone and you have this burst of euphoria inside of you, that's a sign that this is someone that you want to hold on to, because these people are rare. If you think of them and then you never ever think of them again, well, chances are you can't remember anything they've ever done for you. Okay? If you think of them and sometimes it doesn't make you feel good, once again, you want to put a question mark to say, okay, why not? Ask yourself this question. Would I, 7-day vegan challenge, by the way, how's it going for you beautiful deep divers out there? I see lots of snaps, delicious food and stuff. Would you share your last meal with them? Be honest. And then think to say, would they share their last meal with me? Now, the reason why this question is so important, because food is love. Food is so connected to love in every single way. How we eat is very similar to how we love. How we eat is very similar to how we love. So I realized this because there was times when I just wanted to eat by myself, and when I was in a relationship, I realized that I ate a lot less, and I wanted the person I was with to enjoy what I was enjoying. You see, if someone is willing to share their last meal with you on planet Earth, then they really love you. Because some people will be like, look, I'm eating this vegan mint ice cream all by myself and you're not getting any of it. And you're like, oh my gosh. And they're like, I love you, right? So it comes down to how generous are they with you. Generosity is everything, because if someone is very generous, it shows they actually care about you a lot. A lot of people aren't generous. So you have to ask yourself, when I'm around them, do I feel appreciated? Do I feel what they are giving to me? Can I receive it too? Ask yourself this question to recognize if someone is worth holding on to, or it's better to leave them alone. Would you pick them up at 3 o'clock in the morning from the airport? Would you do that? Would you really do that? No. Okay. Yes. Okay. Look, the reason why I ask this question is because when it comes to the crunch, what you are prepared to do for that person in a very testing time and situation or even circumstance shows how much you care about them. 3 o'clock in the morning, you're probably still wanting to sleep a bit longer, and then you get a call, pick me up from the airport, okay? Now, obviously, you don't have to do it. But you really are really in love with someone, you probably would do it. And sometimes you gotta always say, what am I prepared to do for this person when it comes to the crunch? Now, actually, I'm going back to sleep, okay? Or actually, I want to show this person how much I care, not just through my words, but through my actions. Ask yourself this question. Do they belittle? Oh my gosh. Do they belittle me? Ask yourself that question. Do they belittle me? If someone is constantly belittling you, making you feel small, and that can only happen through your permission by accepting to be around them, then you got to put up a big question mark. Why are you allowing yourself to be around someone who treats you like junk? You are so much better than that. You're worth more than that. You are royalty. So if someone is constantly laughing at you, maybe they're laughing at the mistakes you're making constantly, then why are you around them? But if they are uplifting you and praising you and supporting you in your life purpose and your life mission, then why aren't you around them more? Why aren't you around them more? Okay. These are the people that we want in our lives. The people that cheer us on at every single step of the way. Not the people that are always bringing us drama. We don't need that. The cat down the road is like, we don't need that. Ask yourself this question. Are they proud to be seen with me? Be with someone who is proud to have you 100%. Slow motion inside. If you are worried what other people think about them, then you got to put up a big question mark. Can you really handle this person? Are you ready to be committed to that when you're still worried about what other people think? When we talk of the water relationship, you are 100% proud to be around that person. And when you are proud to be around someone, you don't care what other people think because your love overpowers other people's opinions. And that's the water relationship. Ask yourself this question. Do I love them genuinely? A lot of people settle for the mediocre love. You're just getting by, but there's no real passion there. Sometimes you meet a person and your heart is like, oh my gosh, I love this person so much. Okay? And it could have even only been for a brief period, but your heart is longing for them. You have to honor that. Sometimes we're with someone for 10 years, but there's no real passion there. You got to put up a question mark to say, okay, do I love this person genuinely? Not because they pay my rent, not because they can help me with this. No. Do I love them 100% in my heart space? If the answer is yes, then you want to stay around that person. You want to grow old with that person. If it's no, then you want to ask yourself, why not? And why aren't I with someone who I love 100%? Can't I have it? Why not? And then all starts to become clear. Ask yourself this question. Now, this is probably the most important question when it comes to how to recognize if someone's worth holding on to or it's better to leave them alone. Can I be vulnerable with them? That is the ultimate question. Many times we can't. Many times we're around people and we just can't open up. It takes a very special someone to really open us up, crack us open like a walnut and then eat us. Eat the walnut. Eat it, right? That takes a very special person because a lot of us, we've got so many layers, so many defenses. And when you are around someone that can really enter your defenses and you can be vulnerable to them, they can be vulnerable to you. You can see and appreciate each other's shadows and your beautiful luminosity, then that's someone definitely worth holding on to. Because when two people are vulnerable in a relationship, that is the key to a greater relationship. Why so? Because vulnerability means there is going to be more communication, but not just any kind of communication, more honest communication. I have a lot of people writing to me saying that we're together, Ralph, but we hardly ever talk. Question mark. You want to be around someone where you can really just be on the toilet and talk to them while they're brushing their teeth and say, hey, look, what's happening? Something like that. Okay? That is vulnerability, where you can really wear your heart on your sleeve. Remember this. Most people are not afraid to love. They are afraid to get hurt. Now, when you are seeing if someone is worth holding on to or is better to leave them alone, realize there is no rush. You don't want to give yourself a deadline. Okay, if I don't decide by next week, then it's over. It's never over, because whatever is meant to be with you will eventually find its way. And that's what I've seen along my journey. That's why I trust the process. I trust the universe. I trust myself. And I also realize that what you feel in the heart for someone, it can't be faked. Okay? It's very specific. It's like, does the shoe fit? We're talking about the Cinderella effect here. So once again, realize what is meant for you will always find its way. And then you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? And then you just have a beautiful day. We're here. Much love, beautiful deep divers. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You